15-Minute Mondays, your kickstart to week high-energy 15-minute episode on the Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Daniel Greg Johnson. Let's get right into it. Hello everybody, welcome back on the Success Blueprint. It is 15-Minute Monday time. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend and welcome back on the show. Today's episode is the fight for your attention is a fight for your freedom. And this applies not only to your cell phone, to social media, TV, radio, but also to your friends, to the peers, the people that you surround yourself with. Most people imagine freedom as the ability to speak, move, vote, earn, choose, and live without someone standing over them. And those things matter, tribe. Yet there is a quieter freedom underneath all of them. The ability to decide what deserves your attention. Lose that, and the rest becomes surprisingly fragile. That's what I want to talk to you about. Do you realize how everyday companies, politicians, media outlets, influencers, advertisers, and algorithms compete to enter your mind? They study what keeps you watching. What makes you angry, what frightens you, what makes you curious, and what gives you the feeling of being seen. Your attention is then captured in tiny pieces. A notification here, a headline there, one short video that somehow becomes 40 minutes. Nobody has to physically restrain you. They only need to keep interrupting your ability to direct your own mind. That is why the fight for your attention has become a fight for freedom. Whoever repeatedly decides what you notice gains influence over what you fear, desire, believe, and eventually choose. And this is a topic that I talk about. The cell phone addiction, the attention deficit, all these things. And I want to double down on this today with this episode. So what's the problem here? Attention is often treated as a productivity issue. We talk about concentration, screen time, procrastination, and getting more work done. That conversation is too small, tribe. Attention sits upstream from your life. Before you make a decision, you notice something. Before you form an opinion, something enters your awareness. Before you buy, react, argue, compare yourself, or change direction, your attention has already been moved. The modern attention economy understands this brilliantly. Most platforms make money when you remain engaged, so they need to keep giving your mind reasons to stay. Calm satisfaction is commercially useless, but outrage, anxiety, envy, novelty, and conflict keep the thumb moving. Over time, your inner world begins responding to an agenda you never consciously choose. You wake up feeling fine, open your phone, and 5 minutes later you are worried about your career, angry about politics, comparing your body, questioning your relationship, and considering buying something you had never heard of yesterday. You call it staying informed. Your nervous system experiences something else entirely. And what's the cost and consequence here? What is the currency that we're bleeding, tribe? The real cost is larger than wasted time. Constant interruption changes the kind of person you are able to be. You lose the patience required for difficult thought. Silence becomes uncomfortable. Reading feels slow. And conversations become harder when somebody takes too long to reach the point. Even rest starts needing entertainment. The mind becomes hungry for stimulation while losing its ability to remain with anything meaningful. And then all of a sudden, freedom begins shrinking in ordinary ways. You struggle to choose what matters without checking what everyone else thinks. You cannot enjoy an experience without documenting it. Your priorities change according to whatever feels urgent on the screen. And you become emotionally available to strangers all day and mentally absent from the people sitting right beside you. And the most disturbing part is how voluntary it feels. You picked up the phone, you opened the application, you clicked the headline, yet the choices presented to you were already ranked, personalized, tested, and designed around your psychological patterns. A person can technically choose while having their attention manipulated so thoroughly that the range of choices has already been shaped for them. That sounds like freedom from the outside. From the inside, it feels like restlessness, confusion, and a life that never quite belongs to you. And if you really dig deep, you will recognize how you fit into this. This resonates with all of us. Trust me, this is a battle far greater than you would ever expect. Let me give you a 5-step toolkit how you at least can counter-stir that and be more aware of it. Step number 1, audit who is setting your agenda. For 3 days, I want you to notice the first 10 things that receive your attention after waking up. Write them down without trying to look disciplined, and then ask, which of these did I choose before they appeared? Most people discover that their mental agenda is being set before they have even left the bed. They know what everybody else wants, needs, fears, and thinks before checking in with their own priorities. Awareness tribe begins when you can see who got into your mind first and what emotional state they left behind. Step number 2, add friction to automatic behavior. Willpower is unreliable around systems designed by teams of people paid to defeat it. Create physical friction, remove social applications from your home screen, disable non-essential notifications, log out after using platforms, and charge your phone outside the bedroom. Do not underestimate the value of inconvenience. A few extra seconds between impulse and access can be enough for conscious choice to return. That tiny pause allows you to ask whether you genuinely want to open the application or whether your hand simply moved before your mind became involved. Step number 3, choose before you consume. Decide what deserves your attention before opening a feed. Write down the one question you need to think about, the person who needs your presence, or the task that genuinely matters. Enter the day with an agenda of your own. Otherwise, you will spend it carrying the emotional agenda of whoever reached you first. You may still read the news, answer messages, and use social media, but you will be doing it from a position of direction rather than walking into the noise without any mental boundaries. Step number 4, rebuild your capacity for emptiness. That's a big one here. Take a walk without headphones. Stand in a queue without reaching for your phone. Eat one meal without a screen nearby. Sit outside for 10 minutes and allow nothing to entertain you. These moments feel irritating at first, which tells you something important. Boredom is where the mind begins processing, connecting, remembering, and creating. When every empty space is filled, your deeper thoughts never get enough room to arrive. You may have spent years saying you need clarity whilst you are busy filling every available moment in which clarity could have appeared. Step number 5, protect your decision windows. Never make an important decision immediately after consuming emotionally charged content. Outrage creates urgency, fear narrows perspective, and comparison makes perfectly good lives look inadequate. Give yourself a clean window before committing money, ending relationships, sending angry messages, resigning from work, or changing direction. Sleep on it when possible. Move your body. Speak to someone grounded. A free decision needs more than options. It needs a mind that has not just been emotionally pushed. So why is this so important to me? What's the deeper meaning here, tribe? Attention is one of the ways we author our life. What you repeatedly attend to grows larger in your experience, even when it represents a tiny part of reality. Feed your mind conflict all day and the world starts looking hostile. Feed it comparison and your life begins feeling insufficient. Give sustained attention to your craft, relationships, health, and responsibilities, and a different life takes shape, I guarantee you. This does not require hiding from reality or becoming uninformed. It simply asks you to decide how much access the outside world receives and under what conditions. You can care about what is happening without allowing every event to occupy your nervous system. You can remain informed without becoming permanently invaded. Freedom requires the ability to say, this may be loud, popular, frightening, or profitable, but it does not deserve access to me. This is a boundary few people were thought to create. We were warned about strangers entering our homes, yet hardly anyone warned us about strangers occupying our thoughts. Do you hear how important this sentence is? Does this not resonate with you, tribe? Do you see the danger here? This is what is so insane about this and why I want you to really take a deep listen at this episode. It is so powerful. One person described it perfectly that I recently engaged with in a coaching session. I picked up my phone to answer my brother. 20 minutes later, I was angry about something happening in another country, and I still hadn't answered him. That is the attention economy in one sentence. The distant outrage won, and the real relationship waited. Another senior leader that told me recently, by 9 o'clock I had responded to everybody and thought about nothing. His day looked productive, but every move had been triggered by someone else. He was busy exercising responsibility while surrendering direction. Nothing was obviously wrong, yet the most important work kept being displaced by whatever arrived first. And that is the thing here, tribe. Let me give you some advanced strategies. Create an emotional delay rule. When content produces an immediate surge of anger, fear, or certainty, do not share it. Buy through it or act on it. Give the reaction time to cool before deciding whether the information deserves further attention. Emotional intensity can feel like proof, but strong feelings tell you how effectively something reached you, not whether it is accurate. Build an information diet with edges. Choose a limited number of credible sources, include thoughtful disagreement, and stop confusing volume with understanding. 10 interpretations of the same event rarely make you 10 times wiser. Often, they simply make you 10 times more agitated. And finally, schedule periods when nobody can read your mind. No feeds, messages, news, or background noise. Even 30 uninterrupted minutes can expose how fragmented your attention has become and begin strengthening it again. That is the power right here. And now I'll give you the weekly challenge, a 7-day attention reclamation. And I want you to really dig into this one, tribe. Step number 1, protect the first 30 minutes. This is the biggest one of all. For 7 days, begin every morning without social media, news, emails, or messages. Do not allow the outside world to tell you what matters before you have had a chance to decide for yourself. That's what I do every morning. I go to Plato, I have a cup of coffee, but the first thing when I wake up, I have one full glass of water. I go outside, I get dressed, I calmly walk down to my coffee shop and I sit there for about an hour, have a cup of coffee and really contemplate on what's important, what I want to do, need to do for the day, what deserves my attention, intentional planning of my day. And that is a powerful one right here. Step number 2, name your daily priority. Write down one thing that deserves your best attention that day. Keep it visible. When distractions arrive, use that priority as the reference point that brings you back. Step number 3, create one phone-free zone. Choose one daily activity such as eating dinner, walking, driving, exercising, or spending time with your family. Keep the phone out of reach for the entire activity and notice what becomes available when the interruption disappears. Step number 4, interrupt one automatic reach. Catch yourself reaching for your phone without a clear reason. Stop. Take one breath and ask, what was I trying to avoid? Interrupt or feel. You do not need to judge the answer, simply notice it. And step number 5, review the evidence. At the end of each day, write down what received most of your attention and whether it deserved it. After 7 days, ask the question that matters. Did my life feel more like mine? And I can guarantee you the answer will astound you if you have really done the work. And that's it, guys. That was a powerful one right here. And my call to action for you, share this episode with someone who feels permanently distracted, mentally crowded, or exhausted by the noise. And subscribe, leave a review, take the episode link, copy and paste it into Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, TikTok, wherever you communicate, and share it with people that can then reach these conversations and it can genuinely help them. And a big energetic thank you to Doc Marty Mushrooms for supporting the 15-Minute Monday. Showing up well asks something from the body and the mind. And Doc Marty is committed to helping people support their everyday vitality, clarity, and well-being. Visit docmarty.com and explore what he has to offer for you. Here's to protecting your energy, directing your focus, and bringing more of yourself to the life in front of you. And if you use the discount code DAN20, DAN20, you will receive a 20% discount on your first purchase. So don't forget to head over there. And in closing, tribe, I leave you with this. Your attention will always be valuable to somebody. The question is whether it remains valuable to you. Freedom rarely disappears all at once. Sometimes it leaves through 1,000 tiny interruptions, each one harmless on its own. Reclaiming it also happens in small moments. Closing the application, staying with a thought, listening properly, allowing silence, and deciding that your mind is no longer open to whoever shouts the loudest. You do not have to abandon technology tribe or disappear from the world. You simply have to stop entering every room you are invited into and responding to every emotion somebody knows how to trigger. Your life follows your attention. Guard it accordingly. And that was Daniel Craig Johnson, your host on the Success Blueprint, with my promise, I'll be back. Take care, tribe.